Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on Ondo. We're going to do a full update here on Ondo. My apologies, on SUI. We're going to do a full update here on SUI. We've had some productive price action over the last 24 hours. We've seen some strength return for SUI, which is great. That's also what we needed to see. I'm not certain when. The last time was I covered SUI. I think it was on Sunday. And Sunday we dropped down below the balance right here. That we're forming, right, and the value area low of that balance is right here at 3.8. So what we spoke about is that we need to break above that, right, and SUI, as long as we're holding 3.65 on the higher time frames, we're still bullish, right, and you can see that right here as well on the daily time frame. The price action we're seeing right now is actually still pretty good, and I would say that it's most likely with price action like this that we're going to get a bullish continuation, right? So that is also still my bias right now. I think it's most likely we're going to get a continuation into 4.5, into 4.6, instead of getting a pullback into this major support level at 2.95. But that hasn't changed, right? That has been my viewpoint for the last weeks maybe, but at least since the 8th of May, so for the last 12 days. And the price action so far has been pretty good. On Sunday we dropped down below that level, and then yesterday on Monday afternoon we dropped down below some important levels as well. Yesterday we actually had a pretty bearish deviation right here below 3.65 even, and I thought that was a little bit of an overreaction, so I also took a long position on SUI yesterday. It's also shared in a premium chat room in this case, not a signal. But here you can see I closed the majority of that this morning. But just in general, that's what you're looking for, right? To go on a quick segue right here. If you're looking for trades, you want to find deviations that make you think, I'm not certain if this is a valid deviation. And yesterday, yes, we had some bearish pressure in the markets, but there wasn't really any major reason to be bearish on the markets, and also not on SUI specifically. So we reclaimed that. First of all, we reclaimed 3.7, which as you can see is an intraday support level. And then after that, we were able to reclaim the most important level at 3.8, which means that technically at this point of time, we're back in this balance right here. Right, we're back in this balance. I would still say if you look at all the altcoin indexes, such as the total 3, such as others, those still look good as well, especially on the higher time frames. I think Bitcoin is holding its own very, very well. Yesterday we broke out with a lot of volume. So my bias on the markets is bullish. I think SUI has been able to get a bullish breakout right here with quite a lot of volume as well. So I believe that. Now, do I see enough momentum to break out and rally? No, but I think SUI at least will be able to hold its own right here. Maybe with a pullback. Pullback would be expected almost, but then stability will follow. I think we can get a move into 3.9, $4, 4.05. Then eventually, like I said, from this stability, I still expect a bullish breakout. But if we get that, if that becomes a little bit more likely, look, I'll be back with more updates, right? So for now, I think the volume is too low. I don't really see any growth in open interest right here. So that's another reason that makes me say, I'm not certain if this is the time we're going to break out instead of pulling back once more. Therefore, I'd say that's most likely. I'd say that's in line with Bitcoin as well. It looks quite likely that Bitcoin is going to pull back. But that's it for now. I think that's what you need to know. Those are my expectations. That's what's going on the structure on the higher time frames and the lower time frames. If you do have any questions, don't ask me down in the comments. Join the Telegram group, join the Discord group, tag me in there. It's much better, much less spammers at least. Although you should be aware of impersonators, but most of you are. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.